Okay. All right. Sorry, we're live. No countdown today. So we're gonna hop into a fast puppy.
Fast
Well,
puppy.
How much full is it now?
looks like it's like a little over halfway.
All right.
I need to share.
I'm surprised it's not
my
filled
screen.
all the way.
Wonder if anyone's in here, if they're able to join us.
Well, give it a second because we're not even live on YouTube yet.
We're not. So what are we live on?
It's taking a second. It's like a 30-second delay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now it's gone. Yeah, so once Nick is ready to go.
It's more like once Underdog's ready to go.
So it's halfway filled. All right.
Just about.
I wish there wasn't a delay here.
I'm sure there's going to be some smaller ones. They'll probably have another Pomeranian. They'll have a few more single entry ones. In August, I think things will really pick up.
Yeah, the $3 one on DK is almost. I mean, it's 3/4 way filled.
Yeah.
Oh man, Underdog does not want to participate today.
Well, while this is loading, I have to grab my laptop charger super quick.
Number of entries.
What's up, Andy?
All right, give me a second here. I don't know what's going on.
All right. Technical difficulties.
It's the demo effect, once you go live, all of a sudden this thing stops working. I've done like 5 drafts today on this computer.
It's telling you to stop.
We're good. What's going on?
I can't get Underdog to work. Just keep saying fetching your data.
Is it log out?
Is it possible for you to give Corey control for Corey to do it?
Hold on, I'm getting all sorts of error messages here.
Oh, no.
I'm just
Alex has gone one stream and we fall apart.
We've done it before.
I know we have.
I was doing it earlier today. I don't know. I'm going to try logging out and logging in. We'll see.
Well, this will give maybe a few people, if they're watching, when we do join.
Yeah, PB, maybe dive into some roster construction insight.
I built my first. I had the 101 in a Best Ball Mania, and I wasn't paying attention really quick, and then I see I auto drafted CMC, which, if some people have watched this, I'm completely fading CMC this year, so I was kind of pissed about that, and then I just kind of went a completely different strategy than I normally do and took A-Chan with my second pick, and it was just, I don't know. I didn't like the team. It just further, proved to me that I just don't like the looks of teams that go RB heavy in the beginning.
PB, or Nick, I don't know if you know how to pop the comments onto the screen. I know you're doing some other things right now, but Andy said, nice Puka Marvin team you posted earlier today, PB, Mandy.
Oh, he said he liked that one?
I don't know if that's the one that you're just talking about or not.
Oh, no, because if I started Puka Marvin, I wouldn't have CMC and A-Chan.
That's true.
I think that was the one I did right before that.
All right, we're in business. Sorry for the technical difficulties here, but
yeah, okay, yeah, it was when I got sniped on both Kyler and then Stafford. I still didn't really like that team a whole lot, but I tried to just make do with what I had.
Is that where you went? Oh, that's your Marvin Puka team.
That's the one with Burrow with T, and then I did like a Baker with Godwin maybe and Otten, and then I took Fields just to add some juice maybe if he
Nick, can you indulge me? Can you go to comments and click on it and see if you pop them up since you're the host?
Yeah.
There we go.
I drafted that one on another person's live stream.
Did you?
Whose live stream?
Was it ours?
No, I didn't know. He's saying it was on another person's because
I'm
I
saying
A
weren't.
random live stream.
I mean, there's a lot of people that do these streams now, so I'm sure if you like, I'm maxing out the tournament, so I'm sure I'll end up in. There's some people streams like Peter Overzet where I know how those rooms are. Gosh, what is that, Nick?
I don't know.
There's some streamers that I've purposely gone in a few times because I know that how the rooms are and like you can really push running back farther. So, but I'm here to beat the. Who is this?
I don't know. Apparently, you weren't too nice to someone though. Splash Play was
I
streaming.
wasn't nice to him. Who? What did I tell me? What I said?
Who's Splash Play? The
Splash Play.
That's who he's referring to.
No. Splash Play is the stream that PB was on earlier.
That's what Corey said.
Where he drafted that team.
Chris Spags.
All right, we good with Brees at 8?
Yeah.
Okay, figured. Tee up Garrett Wilson in case he falls.
Dark Side is in the number 1 spot.
But what did I say? Is it you said I said something? What did he say before that, Nick? Dark Side Dev?
Yeah, I'm here to beat the funny looking guy at the bottom. He said mean things to me.
Yeah.
What do you
tell me what the mean things were?
I don't know. Were you in one of our drafts and then Pee-wee just dismantled your team construction?
Yeah, that's the only thing.
He does that a lot. So
I don't recognize that
yeah,
name.
If it's not something PB likes, he kind of just blows it all up.
I mean, I like what you doing in this draft. You took CD with the 101. I applaud you for that.
I got CD at 4 or 5 today on DK.
Yep, that's DK. It's the Wild West.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
All right, you got to share what team it was and what stream.
All right, real quick, we got the next pick here. Gibbs fell to us.
We're not going Brees Gibbs.
I mean, at 17, that's pretty good value. Oh my gosh! I think you just got to do it.
That's probably let's do.
I say Nico.
Corey, I'm voting Gibbs.
Gibbs. We've never done this.
I start off the thing by saying how much I hated doing this start today, and then boom, we go.
I know, but if Gibbs falls to you at 17, you just got to take the.
We need to take 5 straight receivers.
That's fine. Yeah.
Frankie Knuckles missed the draft again. Hey, Frankie,
you got 3 times a week. It's all right.
This is a good time to remind to turn on post notifications, and then right when you guys gonna do another one
Monday.
I will say we were delayed in this one as well. So
yeah, we'll be back Monday. We do want to do one of these days just for like some content, see if we can get a boost. Is do like a longer stream, and we might not all 4 be on at once, but
like a 24-hour marathon.
Yeah, that would be awesome, but
it's a little bit difficult now. All 3 of us have newborns, so yeah. We have to rotate on that. But we have thought about doing that. Just throwing I don't know. It would have to be like a Saturday, Friday night type of thing.
Yeah.
Well, a full day. It's 24 hours.
Yeah, it'd be from like Friday night to
a day. I think it might have to be Super Draft Sunday. I don't know.
Or
link to it.
Yeah, right now, I mean, I could do whoever takes Tank Dell. I'm rooting for you.
All right.
See. Are you a Houston fan, or are you just saying that because you like Tank Dell?
It's Tank Dell season.
I mean,
well, if Kyler falls here or Kyron falls here, I think we got to get him right. Oh, you're lucky. All right, I like DJ Moore.
Yeah,
I would tee up Tank Dell.
I would say
here.
I would say DJ Moore or Diggs.
You like Diggs over Tank?
I just like I don't want to be way overexposed to one over the other, and so I just take who's at ADP. I end up getting
preference. I'll vote Tank. So Corey, split decision here. You got 5 seconds.
I'd say Tank as well.
All right.
I don't like
it. And we got the shout out, so I felt like we kind of.
That's true. I guess we did get the shout out. Yeah. I like guys. I mean, Tank Dell does break the mold. That is for sure.
And he's a Steelers fan.
So we got. What do you want to get Pickens too?
And, yeah, I'm a big Pickens guy.
I have like no Pickens, and I'm mad I didn't get him a little earlier. But
do you know Russell Wilson threw like the 5th most passing touchdowns last year? Pickens only had 5, so should be a nice little bump up for him.
My vote here would be.
I'd say T. I'd reach on T. It's not even a reach.
My vote would probably be T or.
I say T.
I mean, Flowers correlates with, but then you're banking.
You get value. I mean, you get value on Flowers or Pickens a little bit.
My vote's
T.
T.
I know it's a stack, but I'd rather have T. I'll be right back.
Well, it's only. I mean, it's a week. Yeah. I also don't think we'd get Lamar, and I don't want Stroud, so it would only be like a mini stack.
That's fine. All right. Started off 2 RBs. Got Brees. Gibbs fell to us, so we had to take him. Then we got the mold breaker, Tank Dell and T. Higgins. See some stuff.
And then we got to keep hammering away receiver. Until, we can't take a running back until, round 10.
Yeah, I was going to say 10 or 12.
Okay, so this opens us up to Burrow later.
Yeah, you could still add Burton.
Yeah, that would be ideal if you get Burrow getting Burton and
between Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, the small week-to-week injuries are always going to be there. So I think you're getting a pretty good value. Let's say a third of the season, Jermaine Burton will be Joe Burrow's wide receiver number 2.
I mean,
so that's pretty enticing.
I think you're banking on injuries a little too much there, but
I mean, just look at historical. Those guys have only played 14, 15 games the past 2 years each. So
but certain
one of them goes down. I'm saying,
I know if it happens, but I think you're discounting yes, certain injuries are more predictive, but I
week to week injuries, which is fine, but that just shows that they don't play through stuff. That's all I'm saying.
I think Chase is gonna just destroy this year.
What do we What's our total entries so far, do you think?
Everyone have to go back to their labeled, because everyone does their own drafts too. All the ones labeled fantasy football format, and just total it all up.
I mean, I think I've done 1 or 2 on mine.
Yeah, I don't know. I've done over 100 drafts this year already, so.
I'm talking about. I mean, I'm Alex.
Yeah, a lot of them are on Alex's.
Oh, please give us Terry.
Dude, we could have if Lamar falls here, I would have been mad we didn't get. Okay, he just went.
I think we still get Terry.
Terry.
Yeah. That gives us
Daniels.
Jaden Daniels. So I'm just gonna tee him up so we don't forget.
Also,
CPV, it's not that bad when you start RB.
I don't like it. I don't like
Terry
it.
McLaurin's still our third receiver. That's awesome.
I know this is how you have to do it, but see, I personally, it boxes. I said this about the RB heavy starts is it boxes you out of an elite tight end, elite quarterback type stuff because you have to catch up on receiver for so long that you just get boxed out of it. And the opportunity cost, in my opinion, is better when you get the elite quarterback, the elite tight ends, and then you still get amazing running backs. Like that's to me way better. And obviously you get good receivers too.
Yeah.
All right. So this has got to be
Ridley.
And you can still get like Kittle here.
Yeah, but then you start falling even more behind at.
I mean, I don't love Calvin Ridley. I
vote Ridley or Rice actually, but
I would say Christian Watson would be my vote.
At 65, we could get him possibly with our next pick.
Yeah, take Ridley.
Ridley.
You're gonna get him at 80.
Oh, I didn't realize his ADP must have just updated. I'm like it was in the 70s. Like I think it updated today. Maybe. But either way, I think we take the ADP faller there. And yes, I like Watson, but I actually thought we were going to be able to get Watson on coming back.
All right, we got to be careful. 14. Yeah, I mean, we don't need running backs for quite a while. I mean, I think quarterback-wise, obviously, Jaden Daniels is probably our number one.
And then now we've opened ourselves up to Will Levis, and we still have Burrow.
Yeah.
I'd rather do Will Levis and get 2 rookies. Well, I guess Levis is a sophomore, but he didn't really play a full season. I still look at him like a rookie.
Yeah, I mean,
what do you want to do at quarterback?
Jaden Daniels and Will Levis.
This has got to be a 3 quarterback team.
Yeah, I think so too. Unless it was Burrow, Jaden Daniels, then you stop at 2.
I would almost rather do that.
Yeah, but it depends on the value that falls to us at receiver. I think this is still a good range for receiver.
Burton and Jasicki. And then we need the Bengals play.
I like JSN here if he falls.
Yeah, I mean, if JSN's there.
Jameson. You get Jameson and Gibbs. You could go for Goff if you wanted.
We wouldn't have any run back. The only run back we would be able to get is Pearsall.
Elijah Mitchell.
No, Ricky Pearsall. Well, you can get Elijah Mitchell too, but
I'd rather have Elijah Mitchell than Ricky Pearsall.
I don't know. Even with the trade rumors, you want Jameson Williams?
Juwan Jennings could be playing ahead of Pearsall.
Could be.
Yeah, I guess I'd vote Jameson.
Yeah, I'll take Jameson.
Or Curtis Samuel.
No,
I like both, but I just think
Curtis Samuel have some Lions, so that's fine.
Well,
you're up to Goff. Vidal is a must-have from Frankie.
Come on, Nick, are you pulling up the comments on here?
I got to do it manually, so I mean, I'm bouncing back and forth.
Is a must-have? Yeah, I've been targeting Vidal this whole time. I've actually recently been going more Gus just because I think we're about to get an ADP spike in Gus, and we'll get a little bit of a fall in Vidal once they say Gus is healthy.
I love the Maurice Jones-Drew comparison, though.
That's
setting a high bar.
Very high. Oh, he took Jaden Daniels. Okay. So we're looking at Goff, Levis.
I mean, Burrow. I think we got to go Burrow then.
I agree.
Why did he take him 15 spots?
He's a great pick. You can get him without McCoy.
He doesn't have. He's not going to.
You don't need him. You get Dotson. Like he's a mobile quarterback. You only need like a single stack with him.
I get it, but I'm just. All right, we're up.
We're taking Joey B.
Yeah, we can't lose eye on him.
No. All right, so I just teed up the rest of the Bengals just so we see them.
I really like Zach Moss. I've been targeting him as much as I can lately.
Can you pull up the draft board, Nick?
Yeah.
I like
the big one.
Do you not see that?
No, like you click the big one.
the out arrow on it.
Yeah, right there.
That's gonna.
Well, now we can't see the big one.
It's loading. Give it a second.
Oh. There we go.
Dark side. The reaching is crazy in this room. What does he have right now? He's got Mahomes, Hollywood, Deontay.
He's got a decent squad going. See that? I mean, yeah, you got the Mahomes stack. You got Lamb, Cup, Saquon mixed in, Hero RB. Yeah, I like that team.
Yeah,
pretty good. What do you guys think of Cooper Kupp this year?
Well, hang on. Before we get there, Frankie is talking about Zamir White. I mean, that picture. I mean, how can you not think he's just going to be a dude? I mean, he's going to have the opportunities. You know, how good is the offensive line though for the Vegas? I mean,
and how often are they going to be playing from ahead?
Yeah, that's the other thing.
That's the worries with him. But get your guys, dude. Who cares? Who is he referring to?
No, he was just saying like people reaching, like just in general in the draft. Like if you like a guy, just get him. I mean, I will say this: there is sometimes I will do that, especially in DK because DK is a freaking battlefield out there. Like it's just pure chaos.
Who do you guys want here? I like Tony P. Love Brian Robinson.
I don't mind.
I would vote.
I don't mind taking Robinson,
Tony Pollard, or Brian Robinson. Yeah, but Tony Pollard first.
Yeah, you can take Tony. Yeah, I mean, Frankie, I get just getting your guy, but like getting your guy 15 spots, especially like in the like before you get to hundreds. Like I feel like if you're reaching that far, I feel like you're just missing out on value. But after that, I think it's fine if you're like once you get to like the 130s, if you like someone like 10 spots and it makes sense for your team, then go get it. But like anything before that, I just think it's a little bit of an overreach, especially for Jaden Daniels. And he's a rookie quarterback, and we expect him to be good. I mean, in our last YouTube video, I mean, he was one of our must drafts for season long. I just, especially in best ball, I think it just, you don't want to overreach all the time, but I don't mind doing it here and there, especially for like a puppy like this. It's a $5 entry fee. It's not like it's going to break the bank if you lose out on it, but that's just kind of my 2 cents on it.
Yeah. All right, so Brian Robinson's still there. Oh, never mind.
Gus right there.
Who?
Gus is there.
Yeah, I would say we could be done at running back if we
are you searching by ADP? Go by ADP.
It is by ADP.
Yeah, okay, go click Gus. Get Gus. All right, cool. All right, I think we're done at running back.
It was showing up weird on my screen, or I just wasn't looking at it correctly. Sorry, Nick.
It's all right. We got it in. Got the pick in.
Yeah, the thing about reaching early is like you're going to be competing with, if it's half round cool, beyond that you're missing action. Yeah, I would say that's about right, because when you do it consistently and you're just like, oh, I'm just getting my favorite guys. Yes, but you have to realize like other people are going to have so much better picks squeezed in, like one or multiple picks that are just obviously better picks than the guys that you're going to be getting later. And those like 2v2s and 3v3s, you're just way behind the ball game there.
Also, especially like Jaden Daniels, just because he's the one that we're talking about, the one that was reached on and he sniped from us. If you do that and just you have to imagine like the 1,000 other drafts that are going on, like someone who doesn't reach on him and then they get him as a faller, maybe like you hurt yourself. So you also have
you're looking at a 2v2 of like, let's see who goes in like the 80s there, like 85. Yeah, so like a Najee Harris. You could have Najee Harris and Jaden Daniels, or Jaden Daniels and where does he got 109? And like Devin Singletary, which, yeah, I mean, Devin Singletary could outscore Najee, but I think it's obvious that Najee's a better pick than Singletary.
Yeah.
But again, if you like certain guys in certain ranges and you just want to, if there's certain rounds that you just don't like any guys, that makes more sense to reach, because then you're just loading up on guys you actually like. But that's the only time I think you can do it.
Like if I'm going into like a room with an idea and I get what I like in the very beginning, like for me, Anthony Richardson is someone that I will take 9 spots ahead of in some rooms, just because if I get Pittman and I want to make sure that I get Richardson with them, I'll do that.
All right, so we could get Jared Goff here. We have Gibbs and Jameson. We could get Judy if we want to start stacking more receivers. We only have 5.
Yeah, we're done at running back, so unqueue.
We're not done at running back. We have to get at least one more because we have 3 5-week buys.
Oh, what did we do there? Okay, well, I honestly think we still don't, but I would vote.
I like Judy.
Yeah,
Chase
I would
Brown
vote.
fits the
Judy.
back, but I think we need some more firepower.
I was going to say Josh Downs, but
I say Judy. But I still don't think we go. I don't think we can go a 5th running back on this team. I think
we're just going to miss out. Like we're going to put up no running back points if Breece Hall goes down week 5.
If Breece Hall goes down, then we're done. This team is toast.
I mean, if he misses 1 week and it's week 5, we're putting up 0 RB points. That's so dumb.
Yeah, but what odds percentage are you going to put on the week Breece goes down? Like, that's such a low percentage, and it's already hard to win this tournament. Like, you're not playing for that. Okay. We took Breece in the first round. Like, if Breece is missing any games, it's already going to really hurt our odds of doing anything. And again, you're just like 1 week of week 5.
We're a pick away.
Go to receiver.
I mean, we got a while for Burton.
Go to tight end.
Got Schultz and Freiermuth.
I would say I think Freiermuth would be fine here.
Because then we can also get late Russ as well if we get Freiermuth here.
Yeah, if we needed another out, but hopefully we can still get we still can get Watson and who's the other guy? Oh, Will Levis.
Yeah. I'd rather think I almost would rather do.
I mean, we have Pollard and Ridley for Levis.
Okay.
So,
Frankie,
we could probably get 3.
Chig.
Yeah, I guess we're fine with Burrow.
Chig would be another tight end that we would add. Like Gesicki and Chig could be like our 2 later round tight ends.
Frankie said Najee might surprise us this year with that O-line. Looks hectic in training camp.
In a good way or bad way?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Freiermuth top 10.
Yeah, I haven't taken a whole lot of Freiermuth, but I want, like, on this type of build where we know we're going 3 tight ends, there wasn't really a receiver there that made, so I like including him on teams like this, and gives us a quarterback out when we might get sniped or something.
So did we decide that we're going to stop at 4 running backs?
I'd hard disagree with that, but
what's the reasoning? Okay, so like let's say the other, like, what other running back at this point do you think in week 5 is like a make or break that's going to determine if this team advances in the tournament?
I think you're just putting points in play. It's just not even.
Yeah, but like think about
just,
like
you're guaranteeing one of your running backs to put up 0 points in a week. Like why would you do that?
Think about last year, like the teams that you saw advance. How many times were you looking at and you saw a team that's like 50 to 100 points above everyone else? Like that 5th running back isn't moving the needle anything. Like you're you're advancing, and once you advance, that's all that matters. That those bye weeks don't mean anything anymore.
All right,
it's not ideal. Like you don't set up, but in this case, you just roll with it, and it's unique.
Right. Nick, pop up Andy's comment.
I mean, a lot of times you're missing these advances by like a few points. So
that's not true at all. It's not a few points.
Yes, it is.
Where are you seeing that it's a few points?
I'll send you the stat on
it. By a few, do you mean like 20 to 30?
No, I'm talking way more than that. Percentage-wise.
Yeah, there you go. Read what Andy says right here, Nick. It's because we're at the what running back at this point is giving us in week 5. We're like, okay, they're contributing to this roster. Obviously, they are because they'd be our RB2. We have no other ones. But like, what 9 points? Like what running back at this stage is moving the needle?
I don't know, but we're on the clock, so I mean, you could Jalen McLaughlin, perfect pick.
I just don't know what he's doing for the team.
I'm just okay. Yeah. Let's
I say Wandell.
We would have eight receivers, and we can get.
I think this team needs 9 or 10 receivers.
That's crazy. The receivers aren't that bad.
We want Watson here.
What?
We want Watson here or no?
Deshaun. Oh yeah, Deshaun Watson. I forgot we have Judy. Oh yeah, okay, and then we get Levis.
So I get the reasoning from everyone from not just keeping 4 running backs and just sacrificing a 0 in one spot for the week and making sure that your roster is built out the way it needs to be built out. I also get Nick's side though. Say week 5, what if that one of these running backs in this range is if one of your running backs in this range ends up being a starter by week 5.
Okay, then find that guy. That's what we have to do. Okay, there's certain running backs that just would make no sense in my opinion, like Jalen Wright, or I'm trying to find someone that would make sense to me. Like it would have to be someone that's just complete handcuff that you just think in the first 4 weeks or in training camp, someone's injured and now they're the full-time starter. Why? Because I don't think. I mean, okay, so we have 7 receivers: Tank T, McLaurin, Ridley, J-Mo, Judy. We need 3 tight ends, and we're getting. Hold on. So we still need 2 more tight ends.
QB. We probably don't need Levis with Burrow and Watson.
Yeah, so that's where you sacrifice it. You either see.
Yeah,
I don't
Tank
think
D, McLaurin, Ridley. So you have 5 wide receiver 1 productions. Judy and Jamison Williams are high-end wide receiver 2s. Jermaine Burton is a flyer. So you got 6 guys in the wide receiver room who are going to put up good points. So
yeah, I mean, if we're fine,
it's not like we're dead in the water.
If we're fine with Burrow and Watson, and that's it. Which yeah, you can make.
We got to decide because we could either take Will Levis right here.
I mean, you can get Gibbs.
You get a guy like Tony Gibson,
JK. Wait, is it Vidal in this range?
He's gone.
He's gone.
Okay, so
I would, if we were taking a running back,
take off Levis.
I would vote Elijah Mitchell if we're taking a running back.
Take Mitchell. Okay. Also, Dark Side, I saying those RBs aren't good enough to go 4. We have Breece Hall and
we have Breece Hall and Gibbs.
But I mean, those 2 Tony Pollard and Gus those guys can still compete for your.
Yeah, and those guys. So it's like that's why I'm saying for the 5th spot, like Antonio Gibson is a guy I love. I take because I use a lot of 0 RB. I think he makes sense on so many of those teams. On this team,
why didn't we just draft him? We took a we took Eli Mitchell, a handcuff, who's probably not
exactly.
Even
that's the point.
No, that's the point, though, because if he ends up being the number one, like,
but Gibson's going to have a role early in the season.
But when is he contributing? Yeah. When is Gibson contributing? When you have Brees, Gibbs, Pollard, and Gus.
Yeah, but if CMC goes down, he's in way better position to score.
I get that, but
so. All right, are we going Will Levis here? Or are we gonna pass?
No, we sacrifice by going 5 running backs where we can't go. We need a receiver and 2 tight ends. So we need like Chig here. I think Chig right. We go first. Or actually, what other tight ends are there?
It doesn't. I mean,
well, no, is John
likely
there? Go likely.
That's not gonna make it in.
Yeah, that's fine. Since we didn't have Levis, now we have like a 3 Titan stack.
It's fine.
I mean, Levis is still there.
Yeah, but we only have 7 receivers.
I think our receivers are fine. I think if you
think what receiver in this range is going to beat out who we have? Consistent.
I mean, they have to beat out. They have to.
We'll use the same rationale.
With running back, you start 2 and a flex, which based off our receivers, like Antonio Gibson would never probably be in the flex, and he's rarely ever in the running back spot because we have Brees Hall, Gibbs, Pollard, and Gus. Whereas a receiver, they have way more spike week potential than a guy like Antonio Gibson because that's just the nature of receivers. So they can hit your flex a little more frequently, and you have 3 receiver spots. That's 50% more spots than the running back position that you're filling every single week.
Nick, can you drop the comment?
Yeah.
So yes, I think someone. What running backs do you need?
We've already gone over that comment.
We got 4 in the top 10 rounds. Yeah, exactly. I think I took a 4 running back team earlier. Andy, it looks like you might have seen my Twitter where I went CMC, Achan, then Algier, and like CEH or something. Like I just didn't think a 5th was needed. Like I'm banking on, like when you're drafting a team, you're assuming what you do is correct. And in that situation, how does that team rise at the top?
What receivers do you guys like here? I mean, we have a lot of Tennessee. I don't know if we want to keep adding that, but
no. To me, I would do like Slayton, Jalen Tolbert, someone with just that. Yeah, Zay Jones, Cedric Tillman with Watson.
We want to grab Gesicki here and just end that because if we miss out,
Gesicki first for sure.
Yeah. I don't mind Tolbert. Michael Gallup's gone. He might have a bigger role. So
okay.
I also like Malik Washington as kind of a flyer.
I only take him if I have Tua, but
that's fair.
All right, so we have some more comments here. Frankie, Roman Wilson has volume coming his way. Good late rounder. I agree with you there. If I can get Roman Wilson, I'll take him. I like him.
Darside Dev says Pollard and Gus don't make the cut for 4 running backs. Maybe if you took Jacobs instead of Pollard. I think if you took Jacobs, you can stop at 3. Like I would stop if I started with Brees, Gibbs, and I went Jacobs, I'd be done at 3. The whole point, like this year, the landscape of running backs has completely changed. Running backs are going. Jacobs in previous years would be like a 3rd round pick. Pollard
was a 2nd round pick last year.
Well, I'm saying, but even if he was like on the Titans I'm saying Pollard and who is our other guy?
Gus
Edwards. Like if once like these guys would be going way earlier. So in years past, those like 4 running back builds where you're getting them earlier. Now you can get away with 4 running back builds where you get like 2 early and then wait like we did. So I don't know. That's just.
There's also no rhyme or reason. Like you draft how you want to draft. But like we're on the clock, Nick.
Yep. Who do you guys like? Slayton, Dortch, Zay Jones. Zay Jones probably has more spike weeks than Dortch.
I'd say, I guess it's Zay.
Yeah, that's either one's fine with me.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you draft the way you want to draft, and if that roster construction makes sense to you, then it is what it is. But like in the situation we have here, like you only the goal for us is only playing 2 running backs each week. We don't want potentially our running back taken away from one of our receivers in the flex, because receivers primarily outscore running backs unless you're getting the top 4 guys in running backs. Like if you have enough wide receivers that have huge spike weeks, like we're talking about, like then it outweighs taking a fifth running back that will probably never ever contribute to your team, even if you're going to put up a 0 in 1 week. And the reason why we just decided to take Mitchell is because if CMC goes down, he's a clear-cut number 1, and he's going to end up being like a very great value at that range. But
and actually contribute to our team. Where Antonio Gibson, who, again, I have so much exposure to Antonio Gibson. He was available there. He was even a value. He, to me, would never contribute to your team. Even like,
so if Ramondre goes down, you don't think he's RB1?
If Ramondre goes down, I don't think Antonio Gibson has shown he hasn't been this like bell cow type back. Like they've tried it.
Yeah, he's more of like a third down guy.
Yeah, so it's just how is Gibson in that scenario? So you have to be really mindful about like the players you're taking on each construction, how it makes sense on your team. But dog, let's review the one spot here. All right, so he starts off Lamb, Saquon get the week 17 correlation. Cooper Kupp gets the Mahomes Hollywood stack. Love that. Deontay, Kenneth Walker gets that. Like, yeah, really good start here. And then go down. Oh, is Nick cutting out? Nick, are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you scroll back up like to where after Kenneth Walker?
Yeah. Kung Fu Kenny in the 7th round.
Yep. And then Dak with Lamb. Mostert, it's fine with your construction. I just don't like him that much. Then Zeke, Ford, Dotson. This looks very similar to a lot of my teams and how they're constructed. A little bit of a reach there on DeMarcus and Michael Wilson. Kind of reached on some of these guys at the end here.
A lot of Dolphins.
I guess this was like you just went for your guys. Like that's the only thing I.
He said it. He goes. He said it's a weird room, and he goes terrible draft for me. That room went weird, so he didn't like it. Andy. Oh, no. I mean, I know you're just throwing shade, but yeah. I mean, some of these rooms do go weird, and then you have to pivot, and it really sucks. I mean, I think the last draft we did was we got sniped on so many quarterbacks, and it looked ugly. Nick and I did one draft last week, and we got absolutely crucified for it. So it happens. It absolutely happens.
It's only $5, right? So
it's only $5, and when you're splitting it 4 ways, it's even less.
But this team that we put together at the end. So like the way we were kind of discussing whether we're going to go 4 running back or 5 running backs or 3, where Elijah Mitchell was there, it would have just been Will Levis. And in hindsight, what do you guys think? Would you rather have had the 3 quarterbacks or Mitchell for the 5th running back?
I like Mitchell, just the opportunity that would come to it. He's just a great handcuff to have and a really good offense.
Nick, what do you think?
I mean, you have Burrow and Watson, who we both think will be top 10 guys, debatably. So I don't know that Will Levis would be putting in that much extra But I mean, I definitely thought we needed a fifth running back. I don't love Eli Mitchell. I would have rather gone for a guy with
week 5,
like Jalen McLaughlin or someone like that.
Jaleel, you mean?
Yeah, thank you.
Well,
but it's fine. I mean, I get the upside of Eli Mitchell, but my thought was like, if you're going to draft a fifth running back on that team, make sure he's someone that is going to put up points week 5, because that's all, like if they're just contributing once, like any of these guys in the last few rounds, if they're putting up points any week, like great. But
yeah, to me, that I want points when I don't go running back heavy, because I need those points mixed in with some upside. But that's when I like 6 or 7 running backs. Sometimes I do, just because I'm just like scrounging for points and getting the Antonio Gibsons and the trying to think of who else is like seeing like one of Gus or Vidal, because I know one of them is going to be getting points. That's when I'm scrounging for points. But on this team, I mean, I just like Brees and Gibbs better be putting up points every single week.
Oh, they will. Yeah. I guess my thing was, I think Tank, T, Terry, and Ridley all have pretty high floors. Jameson Williams and Judy, I view more as flyers, especially Jameson Williams. Same with Jermaine Burton, but low-end flyer, in my opinion. So I think you still have, 4 guys that are going to put up 10 points a week for you, hopefully. I like to have 5 of those at receiver, but otherwise, pretty good.
Couple more things on the side before we head out of here. Let's see.
Yeah, so overall for our team, something we've never done is go 2 RBs at the top. We basically built a Bengal stack, and Watson and Judy, I guess.
We have
a lot of Claytons. You got Chig, Calvin Ridley, Tony Pollard. So
yeah,
betting on that offense
for this team, I would have just, if I could make the swap right now, but Levis where Mitchell is, I would personally do that. That's how I would have drafted the team. But knowing that you already made that bet on Tennessee, but
yeah,
I get it. Andy, these are how half our draft rooms go. Contentious draft, that was fun. Usually how it goes. Like once we get to these late rounds and we're doing stuff like this, I mean, we just know each other for so long, we just butt heads like none other. But Frankie goes, JD5 will turn Dotson into a beast. Sam Howell didn't see the field. I agree with you there. It's a major upgrade. Dark side again, double RB just makes you miss RB value.
Agreed, Dev.
Yeah. And then Judy's projected yards are pretty high, which they are, and you just got to assume that handyman over there can, be what he's supposed to be. But
I think that, and they pay Judy so much. Like that's the other thing. Like how many, like what receiver besides him got paid as much as he did, going as late as he goes in drafts?
Yeah, I think the dollar amount was partially because they're not on the same page with Amari Cooper right now, so there's a chance that this is his last season as a Brown. So they brought in a guy, probably overpaid him a little bit, but
they're going to
use chance Cooper's gone, like he could be a wide receiver 1 for any team and be pretty good. So
yeah, Frankie goes, Brees and Gibbs won his hometown league. Yeah, I mean if you're getting both those guys, and Gibbs was Gibbs was going second round in redrafts last year, second to
Brees
3.
and Gibbs were going in like the third roundish.
Yeah. So like, I mean, if you got both those, and I mean, yeah, you're winning for sure. Dark side, project him for more yards than Josh Palmer or Dobbs, people going higher. Yeah.
Dobbs is one of the most mispriced guys. I just don't get it. He needs to be going like 3 rounds later, in my opinion. Makes no sense to me how so many Packers go 4 receivers are going in the top, like 10 rounds.
So it's like a high upside dart throw. It's kind of like Carolina, Patriots, like those wide receiver rooms are just so up in the air. But I think when you could say the same thing about the Packers, but we saw
they're the most expensive though. Like,
oh yeah, but
in regards to how many,
rightly so, because one or two of those guys is going to pay off. I think it's Christian Watson.
Yeah.
If I had to pick two, it would be Watson and Wicks that pay
Yeah.
off their ADP, and I think Jaden Reed is not, and I don't think
Yeah.
Dobbs. Dobbs would be the for sure one that I'm like, there's no way he's paying off the ADP.
Yeah,
But we'll see.
Jaden Reed's the one I'm full fading. I mean, a lot of his fantasy points came because he was she's an absolute.
All right. Well, let's call it there. That was good.
That was good. All right. Well, that will do it. We'll be back Monday for another stream, and we'll be filming our quarterbacks to avoid video. If you haven't checked out our 6 must-draft quarterbacks, please go comment on that video, leave a like. It helps out the channel and the algorithm a lot. And watch it as long as you can, because watch time helps out.
Yeah, and if you want to argue with us, we love arguing in the comments as well.
Oh, so. Yeah, argue with us in the comments about your top quarterbacks. Later, guys. What time? It's 8:30 Central.
Every day, or Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. All right.
Peace.